is more than most people thought that he would. Now it's being framed when no one thought he could get anything, that he lost, that he got $10 million or less. How? Again.
Framed by whom?
I mean, the Wall Street. That's the only reason they put this out, Skip, because it was reported. Some people say 50 million, some people say 80 million. Now less than 10 million. It comes across like Colin lost. How do you lose when people say you don't have a chance to begin with? 10 million is more than he started with. Whether it's 10 million, whether it's $5, it's more than what the USFL got when they said the NFL colluded to keep them out of it, Skip. Do you know how hard collusion is to prove, Skip? Unless you got documentation. Unless you can prove Jerry Jones called Bob Kraft, who called the Mariners and said, we are not signing Colin Kaepernick.
Unless there was a memo.
Exactly. Unless you got someone that was privy to those conversations that can go on record and says, this is what was said. He had none of that. And he won $10 million. Now it's being framed that he lost. Skip, this was really never about the money anyway. Colin Kaepernick took a stand because of the violence, what he saw going on against unarmed black men and women in America.
Okay.
African American, black men and women.
No doubt.
That's what this was about.
Sure.
So now it's like, oh, the money. Okay, even if he got $10 million, when someone asked, why did NFL settle for Colin Kaepernick for $10 million? What was this about? He filed a grievance. Okay, what was the grievance about? Well, he took a knee during the national anthem. Why would he take a knee during the national anthem? So it goes back to the original point of why Colin Kaepernick took the knee. That's what the discussion was, to bring attention to the unarmed killing of black men in America at the hands of the police in America.
Okay.
So Colin Kaepernick won. He won.
Definitely on that count, yes.
100 million, 5 million, 10 million. That wasn't the issue. He won a case when no one thought he could. Skip, even if the NFL didn't, because a lot of times when you settle, you don't admit fault, you don't admit guilt. But guilty conscience is good enough.
I'm going to ask this question one more time.
Yes.
Was there collusion?
Oh, I believe they were.
I think 90% of the known world believe. I believe my dog Hazel believes there was collusion. That's how much collusion there was.
When you see some of the quarterbacks that's been signed since Cap,
it's outrageously obvious they colluded in their own quiet, subtle ways. They colluded. Did Colin Kaepernick deserve to be paid some money for the salary that he lost over a 3-year period? Yes, he did. So I'm still torn about this because I don't know where the first salvos of this came. Where did the first reports? Was it just rampant speculation of? You said 80. I heard 50. Yeah. Was there an 80 report?
Yeah.
$80 million. Who started that? Where did it come from? I don't know, because in this crazy media age, this internet age we live in, wildfire just breaks out across the internet, and then it just takes on a life of its own, up to $80 million.
Because you know why, Skip? It's more important to be first than to be right. So I throw out a number, I put it out first. Whether or not you're right, we'll discuss that at a later date and time.
So should I take the less than 10 million to my quote-unquote bank?
No.
Do you trust it?
Unless Colin Kaepernick tell me what it is, I ain't believing nobody. Then I need the NFL to see what they said.
I agree. So when I heard 50 million, I thought, well, okay, he deserves that money.
Right.
Now this is he and Eric Reid together.
Right.
And now I don't know how they split less than 10 million, because Eric deserved his piece of that, right?
And then if you pay attorney fees, who gets 33% of that?
I don't know. But I thought Garagos was probably doing it sort of pro bono, just for the publicity, because there's a lot of publicity.
Skip, ain't nothing free.
Well,
for God's salvation.
Well, your reputation can grow from
Until evangelists charge for salvation. So ain't nothing free.
Okay. So they owe somebody something for attorney's fees.
Right.
Okay. So what does that mean? Colin's takeaway from this? Would it be 5 million, 6 million? I don't know. Eric Reid just got a big, pretty good contract from Carolina.
Right.
And he deserves it. He's a good football player.
If Cap would have said, you know what, I will settle for what I thought I would have made the past 3 years in salary. So if you just say, for the sake of argument, I wasn't going to make the 16 million that I lost out on, say I make 5 to 7 million times 3. 15 million, you pay the attorney's fees, I'll leave you guys alone. But you know what you did, okay? Long as you know that you know, and I know that you know you did it, But this is some kind of, I guess, restitution.
Okay. I still regret one issue, and that is I wanted to see Colin and Garagos forge this through and at least take their quote-unquote pound of flesh publicly by forcing Goodell and prominent owners to testify. I wanted to get to that stage. And it's easy for me to say because I didn't have to go through it.
Right.
And it's protracted, it's dragged out.
Right.
They've got, they're as lawyered up as any institution in the history of this country is the National Football League.
Right.
So it's hard to fight City Hall. That's
Right.
City Hall effectively.
Right.
So again, can they drag this on into oblivion? Maybe so. Maybe Garagos finally said, look, we're going to be beating our head against this wall for another 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Do you really want this?
Yeah.
Do you want to just start fresh and go forward, you know?
This is what we know about the NFL, Skip. If they got a case to win, you go into court. Ask Tom Brady.
Ask him.
Ask Zeke Elliott. Ask the USFL. Ask Al Davis, a former of the Raiders.
Yep.
If the NFL think they can win a case, you either settle with them or they're taking your butt to court.
Okay.
If they thought they could win this case, there's no way they would have gave Colin Kaepernick a dime.
Yep.
We know that.
That's interesting.
That they, for a company, a corporation that brings in about $15 billion a year, they're not giving you a dime because they don't want the effect that it's going to cause, the impact. Because guess what? Once you settle with one, Skip, guess what that means? Everybody gonna start coming. Well, hey, I need my
Yep.
hands looking like baskets. Everybody got a hand out now because wanting something. No, sir.
Well, at least if this is to be believed, it wasn't 50 or 80 million, because that would start to smack to me of sort of go away money or
Right.
hush money or leave us alone money, where we just bought you off. We bought your ability to speak out. You know, we shut you up.
I believe this is that. Because now, Skip, at least, look, I don't feel as bad that I know I played a role in him not getting a job.
Yeah.
At least I gave a little something. It's kind of like if they fire you from the job and they give you severance. Well, we did give you a little something to soften your blow. Hey, got my job.
Still a bad feeling.
No. How about this here? Let me have an opportunity to play in the NFL, and I can make that money that you're supposed to be giving me out of your guilty conscience. That's what I want. I don't want your handout.
So do we believe that Colin Kaepernick is going to go onward and upward from here with no more pro football in his future?
Oh, I thought that after the first year.
I would agree.
After the first year, I was like, he's not playing anymore. After all those guys that Skip, we know the guys that they've signed since Colin Kaepernick is last taking a snap. And Cap is better than 3/4, if not all of them. And they're bringing guys out of retirement. Guys that hadn't thrown the ball since 2011 started 3 games for Washington. Miami coach Jay Cutler out of retirement. And we saw him on the beach. We saw him was looking like Skip before he came back.
Yep.
I'm like, what? And they gave him $10, $13 million for that.
Yeah,
I know.
you're right.
It's a lot of money.
I'm looking at this current crop after Kyler Murray of draftees at quarterback, and I'm like, I don't know.
Colt McCoy. Washington is going to camp. Colt McCoy, Mark Sanchez. Really?
You are tough on that guy.
Really, Skip?
Well, Case Keenum.
Really?
Okay.
Colin Kaepernick went farther than Case Keenum.
He did.
He went to 2 NFC and went to the Super Bowl. Mark Sanchez, I'll tell you what, type in Mark Sanchez into Google and see what comes up. I bet you ain't no championship winning quarterback. I bet you ain't no AFC playing quarterback coming up. Type in Mark Sanchez and let's see what comes up. Ain't none of my business, but it happened on a Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I was going to say, why you keep reminding everyone?
It happened on Thanksgiving. I don't know what happened. I mean, normally, people sit around their table, eat Thanksgiving dinner, then you wait a little bit, have leftovers, or you watch the Macy's Day Parade.
No, you watch the Dallas Cowboys.
No, they ain't watching them. Watch them
Right?
lose.
We'll see.
You watch.
I be up there watching the parade, be watching me. Cause I be up with a Snoop product. Them balloons. I be hiding the balloons.
That's your Thanksgiving?
Yeah, man, please.
What kind of holidays do you have?
Yeah, I be hiding the balloons.
You?
Yeah. Old Snoopy be coming down Fifth Avenue looking up at
Thanksgiving?
me. Like, how you
You're
get
so honest today.
How you get so high?
We're going to have to call off our Friday show.
Yeah, I was
next
going to
year.
say
What happened?
more.
I don't know. We're
Because
gonna
you
have
on
to cancel.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'll be right, Skip.
You'll be right
Yeah,
by then.
I'll be done come down by then.
Little red-eyed,
Let's
but
hope so.
you'll be okay.
Gosh, something special going on today, Shannon. I think
I'm
you should
sorry.
be worried.
I think he
Yeah.
before the show. You know,
Something is happening on this side of the table.
We next door to each other.
Yeah.
Do I need to start putting wet towels up under my door?
Yes, I can
I need to
smell
come
it.
check on you guys.